All right, guys, no dilly, no dally. Let's get into it. Let's have a conversation about the Europa League Final 2019. Boy, Chelsea 4, Arsenal 1 in the Europa League Final 2019. We held a battering. We held a battering. I'm going to be real. I'm going to come out of it and say it. It's clear to see. Does the scoreline represent the performance? Especially in the second half, it does. Yeah, I'd say so. Chelsea wanted it more, especially in that. No, the first half was even. You could tell both teams were tentative. Both teams didn't really want to let their guard down and go for it. But you could tell, both teams had a couple of efforts at goal, nothing much really. And there was not much really to talk about there, apart from the little penalty from Lacazette, which I do believe was a penalty. I think Lacazette went round Kepa, and I don't understand what VAR is there for, because the referee kind of didn't really make a decision and VAR didn't correct him. They're saying because the referee didn't make a major error. Well, I mean, if it's a penalty or it's not a penalty and he didn't give a penalty, and for me that's an error. But yeah, and then Chelsea had a shot which Czech saves. Didn't really have much to do in that first half of both teams. It was intensive, and then all of a sudden, got banged. We actually got banged in the second half. In one half, just sums up our whole season, literally in one. Europa League we done well in majority of the games, but it's Europa League. You expect to do well in the majority of the games. Had a tough run, beat Napoli, beat Valencia, and then didn't turn up. In that second half, Lacazette, poor. Aubameyang, poor. Ozil, poor. Whole team was dreadful. If anything, Petr Cech was our best player. The man who everyone said should be dropped for this game, the man who's going to be going to Chelsea, the sporting director, likely next season, was our best player. And we held 4 goals. And he was still our best player. It's an L. It's a massive L for Arsenal. And they need to go hard and look at themselves. Because you can't walk back to the Emirates next season all jolly and loving and think everything's all right. Because the aim of the season was to get back in the Champions League, and you failed. Every single one of those men failed today. They put on the shirt and gave it all the talk before the game, in the weeks building up, which you have to, of course. Both teams have to do it. But on the day, Olivier Giroud got the better of them. Eden Hazard got the better of them. Kovacic got the better of them. Jorginho, Kante, Christensen. Them man were heroes today. Them man stood up for Chelsea and wanted to win it. I've been doing these Europa League reviews for the course of the season, and to be fair, Chelsea have been solid the whole season in Europa League. Haven't put a foot wrong at all. They've actually not lost the game. I know Arsenal have lost a couple of first leg games, but Chelsea haven't lost the game at all in Europa League, and it showed today. They were a team that had nothing to play for, essentially. They're in the Champions League. This game was just a bonus, a trophy, something to go in the cabinet. Sarri's first trophy for Chelsea was Arsenal needed it. And I'm sure I said it the other day, it was on the podcast or it was on another review preview, that I just feel like I just hope the pressure doesn't get to Arsenal. I hope Arsenal don't feel like there's so weight on their shoulders and they can't, get there. And it did. End of the day, it did. I don't know why they played as bad as they did, whether it was the pressure or whether it was just performance was so bad, but it wasn't good enough. It was not good enough. What Arsenal done today, they let down everyone. They let down Emery. There was literally not much more Emery could have done with that team. He put the right team out. Goalkeeper could have been changed, but Petr Cech, best player on the pitch for Arsenal, so what can you even say? Yeah, he could have made a sub at 2-0, but the way it was just flowing so quickly that he didn't even have a chance to make the subs. The goals are just flying in. Do you know what I mean? I can't even complain. Giroud, stooped header for the first goal. He been doing that for years at the Emirates. For years he been doing it. And Koscielny did not read him coming in at the near post, getting that header in. He's been doing it for years, man. Clumsy challenge from Maitland-Niles for the penalty kick, going into the back of Giroud, and that really was game. It was pretty much game over from Pedro's goal, really, when he put it in the back of the net. Good finish, left foot into the back of the net. But the Maitland-Niles, I mean, second time this season he's made a mistake like that, which has cost Arsenal the game, and just a little bit of complacency in there. You could. Maitland-Niles can't really be starting as right wing back for Arsenal next season. I'm sorry, you can't be. Like, I love the guy and I think he's going to be a good player. Maybe in centre midfield, maybe even at right back. But right now, Maitland-Niles can't be starting at right wing back for Arsenal next season. I know Bellerin's injured. I don't even know if he'll be back this season. I don't even know if he'll be back for the start of next season. Probably not. But we can't be starting with Niles at right back next year. And a lot needs to change. Again, when we went this is the thing. When we go 1-0 down, where's the mentality in the defence to say, let's just shore it up for a bit? We know the attackers are going to try to go for goals. We know that there's a bit of intensity there. So let us do our job and let us not get caught in a counter-attack. What do? You get caught in a counter-attack 3 times. 3 times. Even the Hazard put the penalty away for the third. And then for the fourth, Giroud gets through, flicks it back across, and Eden Hazard seals the win. Yeah, Iwobi scored a banger. Cool. I like Iwobi. Cool. He's not good enough to start for Arsenal, if that's what you're saying. If you're looking at that and saying Iwobi's not good enough to start for Arsenal because he scored a banger from outside of the box, ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. But shout out Iwobi. I thought Joe Willock came on and done well. I was surprised, actually. He brought off Ozil and brought on Willock. Maybe that's a sign to say, listen, Ozil, your time might be done here still. I'm bringing you off. You played poor. And Joe Willock came on and had a better game than him. Should have got on the score sheet. Should have put the ball in the back of the net. Lacazette should have put the ball in the back of the net as well. Shooting boots went on today for Arsenal. And listen, if you defend properly, we created enough chance to win the game. That's how mad it is. If we actually defended properly, Willock, I know it's late on and things have changed, but Willock, good chance to score. Aubameyang had a couple of half chances. Lacazette had an amazing chance, and Iwobi banged it in. So really and truly, and this is all with hindsight, and if the game goes a certain way, because if Chelsea doesn't score, maybe Arsenal don't go and have these chances. But we always said it, if Arsenal defend well, their strikers will get them out of it and they'll score goals. But we didn't defend well, and our strikers didn't get us out of it anyway. And it was always going to be on, would it be Aubameyang and Lacazette or would it be Eden Hazard? And shout out to Eden Hazard, you know. A lot of people been getting onto him saying how he's not top 5 in the world or whatever. Like, he's there. He's in and around there, definitely for me. Like, I'd probably put him in there. I'd probably put him in there with De Bruyne, Neymar, and of course Messi and Ronaldo. He's that good. And the Premier League's going to miss him because he's a great talent. And his first European final, he turned up, scored 2 goals. What more can you say? So, yeah. I mean, Emery. I'm not saying Emery out. You know, the aim of the season is Europa League, no doubt about it. And looking at the squad of players the aim of the season is Champions League, no doubt about it. But looking at the squad that we have, you really think that we're gonna challenge for the Champions League and get in either at top 4 or the Europa League? I predicted at the start of the season we get top 4. We should have got top 4. I said it on the podcast. With 7 games to go, those fixtures, we should be getting top 4. I don't care how bad our away form this season. I don't care how bad our away form this is in Europe. I don't care. 7 games to go. 7 games to go. We should be winning, getting into the top 4. You leave it to the Europa League final. This is what can happen. You get battered. You get absolutely battered by Chelsea. And now what? Back to square one. Emery's got a lot of work to do. Emery's got a lot of players to get out of the club. Koscielny, didn't have the best of games. Socrates, I'm not quite sure what he did wrong in terms of on the ball, but I feel like positionally he weren't great. Monreal, there's big changes needed, man. Big changes needed. And, well, we heard it from the owners the other day, didn't we? That £40 million budget if Arsenal stay in the Europa League next year. Well, let's actually see how many of them man actually leave the club now with 40 million in the bank account. Check's going, so we probably need a new goalkeeper unless we bring through Martinez or Ospina comes back. And I mean, where do you go from here? We're now back to square one. We're literally back to where we started last season with Emery coming in, but we had a bit of optimism because of Emery, new manager. I don't even know. I don't even know where we go from here, genuinely. I don't know who stays. I don't know who goes. Like, I've said a couple of names, but the reality is it's painful, isn't it? It's painful for being an Arsenal fan right now. We're going to catch the banter. We're now back with Manchester United and Wolves in the Europa League again. This is a mad thing. It's an absolute mad thing. I don't even know where it is next year. Is it Moscow or something like that? The final? I can't even be bothered to look because I don't care. Right now, really and truly, I don't care. I don't care. I'm glad the season's done. I'm going to take off this shirt and I'm probably not going to put it back on until we start next year in our brand new Adidas kit. Ooh, lovely. But, this is the Europa League review, so I got to shout out Chelsea. Sorry, got it right today. All the talk before the game was changing room tiffs, players injured, and he still come true with the goods. And said Chelsea got to put a lot of respect on this man's name. I said it in the podcast the other day. Should Sarri win the Europa League, do we put respect on his name? And I said, yeah, we have to. Job done, got in the top 4, and then got a trophy on top of it. His first trophy ever. So you got to put a lot of respect on Sarri's name. And you know what? For the benefit of Chelsea, I think he should stay. I genuinely think Sarri staying would benefit Chelsea next season. Obviously, dependent if he does go, who they bring in. But if you're going to bring in like a Lampard, for me, I wouldn't have him over Sarri. I know he's had his critics, he's had his flaws, but he stuck to his game plan. And what more do you want from a guy who really and truly, his aim was to get into the top 4 from where Chelsea were last season under Conte and the way that they sort of finished the season? It was always going to be a top 4 max or Europa League max. And he's achieved. And he's got him to the League Cup final. Maybe that would have been overachievement beating Man City in the final because Man City are a level above Chelsea. Obviously, we have to wait and see. They got a ban now. Whether that ban still exists for the players to sign. But there's enough good players in that squad, really. There's enough good players in that squad for Chelsea. So, Giroud staying, Luiz is staying. They're tying some of their players down to a new deal. Kovacic, I don't know what's going to happen to him because he played well in the final, but not a lot of fans put respect on his name. But I have to say congratulations to Chelsea. I have to say it. They done what they needed to do. They take home the trophy. Giroud, Hazard. You killed the Arsenal man's heart, man. You killed the Arsenal man's heart. And at the end of the day, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. Guys, this has been your Europa League review. I guess I'll be back. Actually, Neeks, me and you got to discuss who's going to be doing the Europa League reviews next year because it's going to be me and you watching both of our teams in the Europa League. And someone will be doing the Champions League review, I guess. So one of us are going to have to do that because, boy, we'll be fighting it out together. Maybe it could be an Arsenal-Manchester United final in the Europa League 2020. Can't even think that far, man. Guys, it's been good. It's been fun, innit? This season, apart from today. We move on to Champions League Final. Preview coming out for that. Neeks got a preview coming out for that soon. And yeah, we digress, man. Thanks for watching, guys, for the season.